Frisco Rough Riders baseball. It is a wonderful Friday night in North Texas, and it is Christmas in July at Dr. Pepper Ballpark. The Riders trying to present themselves a gift of a series win if they can knock off the Drillers in the rubber match here this evening. And they have a good arm on the mound to get it done. It is right-hander Tyler Phillips on the mound here this evening, facing the Drillers for the second start in a row. Phillips last week in Tulsa tossed another quality start. Already his 5th in 11 starts with the Riders this year. 6 innings, just 2 runs on 4 hits, no walks, and 3 strikeouts in a win over the Dodgers affiliate. Now making his 12th start overall. He is 3-7 with a .636 ERA. Drew Avens leads off for the Drillers. We are ready to go on this Friday night, and the first pitch of the game is lifted up in the air, left side. Brendan Davis in left field comes jogging into his right, gets over with plenty of time to spare and makes the catch. So Avens goes right after the first pitch, and down he goes. One away, and let's take a look at that Riders defense, which does have Brendan Davis in left field tonight. The center fielder is Leody Taveras. Eliezer Alvarez is in right. Along the infield, third to first, Andretti Cordero, Yoni Hernandez, Ryan Doro, and Charles LeBlanc with the catcher, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. First pitch home to the 2-hitter. McKinstry misses outside. It's ball 1 on another lefty, just like Avens was. A lot of lefties on this Tulsa roster. Phillips comes to the 1-0, and it's up and away. Ball 2 on McKinstry. 261 hitter, 12 home runs, and 48 RBIs. He was hitting leadoff last night, 1 spot lower this evening. The next pitch he sees comes in for a strike. It is 2-1. In fact, McKinstry has hit in 3 spots in the order in the 3 games of this series. 4th, 1st, and now 2nd. 2-1. He swings and rips one to right center. Base hit. Alvarez into the gap, cuts it off. Keeps McKinstry to a 1-out single here in the first inning. But an early base runner for the Drillers against Tyler Phillips. The 21-year-old out of Lumberton, New Jersey, Texas's 16th round pick in 2015 out of Bishop Eustis Prep in New Jersey. Phillips started the year with Advanced A down east, made 6 dominant starts with the Wood Ducks. There was no sense to leave him in the Carolina League any longer, so here he is in Double-A. Reigning Rangers minor league pitcher of the year comes to Cristian Santana. His first pitch is sent on the ground through the left side, a base hit. Santana goes after the first pitch just like Avens did, and he checks in with a single right after the McKinstry knock. So first and second with 1 out in the opening frame. And here is Omar Estevez trying to get his club an early lead on the road. Estevez, a right-hander, hitting .302 with 2 home runs and 17 RBIs. He has had a great series so far. 2 games in, he already is 4 for 7 with a couple of doubles, an RBI, and a walk. Chance to do some more damage here. First pitch to him, and it bends low, blocked by the catcher, Kiner-Falefa. That's ball 1. Estevez has accounted for a good bulk of Tulsa's hits as well in this set, including the 2 the Drillers have collected in this first inning. There have only been 15 hits in the whole series, and 4 of them belong to Estevez. The 1-0 to him, and it just misses down and away, ball 2. The Riders haven't had a whole lot more success at the plate either. They've only collected 7 hits in the first 2 games of this set. Both teams have just 3 runs. The Riders won 2-1 on Wednesday. The Drillers won by the same score last night. The 2-0 home. Estevez takes low and in. It's ball 3. So Phillips, who doesn't walk a whole lot of guys, finds himself behind in the count here on the Drillers DH. Didn't walk any Tulsa hitters last week. And looking for the strike zone here to avoid loading the bases with only 1 out. From the stretch is 3-0. Estevez takes all the way and gets a strike as ruled by plate umpire Dane Ponsack. And it's 0-1. He is joined on the bases tonight by Brian Walsh, our crew chief over at first. Andrew Barrett is the third base umpire for the series finale. 3-1 home. Estevez swings, he rolls it to short, could be 2. Hernandez to second, that's 1. On to first, double play, and that's how the first inning ends. 6-4-3 turn to help Tyler Phillips out of a miniature jam. And we head to the bottom of 1 here at Dr. Pepper Ballpark. The Drillers nothing. The Drillers have been using openers every so often of late. This is not something they've been doing all year, but they have probably used about 2 a week of late. It's only been going for the last 2, 3, 4 weeks now. And Parker Curry is due to be the follower, the primary pitcher, whatever you'd like to call him. He is due up after this. Leody Taveras is first up tonight against the left-hander, which means he's going right-handed. Pitch to the center fielder is up and away, ball 1. Leody's a .246 hitter with a home run and 14 RBIs. Also stole his 10th bag with the Riders last night. The 1-0. Swings, sends one in the air, right side. This one gets out of play. And it's 1-1 on the 20-year-old from the Dominican Republic. Youngest player the Riders have. They don't get a lot of 20-year-olds, at least not on the full-time roster. Every so often you'll see an 18 or a 19-year-old come in, but those are often the temporary fill-ins coming from the AZL or Spokane. Here's the 1-1, swinging a drive out to center. Logan Landon reads, now comes forward a few steps and makes the grab. That's out number 1. Landon is in center tonight for Tulsa, getting his first start of the series. The other Drillers outfielders are Drew Avens in left and Cody Thomas in right. Corner infielders for this one are Zach McKinstry playing third and Christian Santana at first. Up the middle, Errol Robinson and Connor Wong, and Rocky Gale is the catcher alongside the left-hander Logan Salo. With 1 out to start the first inning and a scoreless tie, you get to look at Yoni Hernandez, another switch hitter who goes from the right side. Salo comes home. The pitch is a strike. It's 0-1 on the shortstop, who's hitting .292. No home runs and 8 RBIs. Yoni had last night off. We saw him in the series opener, though, where he was 0 for 3. Did score a big run, though, in that one. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. And Salo has him behind at 0-2. Hernandez reached on the double error in the first inning on Wednesday. Crossed as the unearned run, which was the difference in the game. It was what made it 2-0 in the first. The Riders never scored again. Tulsa only scored once, though, and that was enough, which was a similar storyline to last night, where Tulsa put up a 5th and a 6th inning run, and that held up. The Riders were only able to score once in the 8th. 0-2, and this one misses just outside. It's ball 1 on the 2-hitter. Not all that older than Leody Taveras, by the way. Hernandez is just 21, and his birthday was in May. He was 20 at the beginning of the year, just like Taveras was. The 1-2, and this is also just a bit outside. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Salo's not missing all that far off the plate here. Just needs to guide it back in a little bit more. But obviously have to be careful with a good hitter in Hernandez. Working for the stretch in a closed off stance, another 2-2. And this one's a little too far outside, ball 3, not quite working the edge as closely as he was on the previous 2 tosses. So a full count on the Venezuelan switch hitter, with the Hawaiian righty on deck in Isaiah Kiner Falefa. Salo is set with a 3-2. The pitch up and in, ball 4, another very close miss by Salo. So he ends up throwing 4 balls, and only one of them was clearly way off the plate. The others were just flirting with the edge. A 1-out walk for Hernandez after he fell behind 0-2. And now it's Isaiah Kiner Falefa. And who started the year with the Rangers. Currently with the Riders on option. He is part of the 25-man roster. .268 hitter with Frisco, no home runs and 7 RBIs. First one from Salo is instead a throw over to first. Hernandez able to return standing. Yoni's been good on the bases this year. Definitely a guy you have to keep your eye on. He gets a good lead at first as well. Here's the first one home, and it's outside. And a miss. It's 5 in a row, and it's ball 1. Yoni is 8 of 9 on the bags this year. Getting some times from first base coach Brad Flanders. As Salo comes set, the 1-0, and it's outside. Snap throw back to first. Hernandez is back safely. You'll often see the base coaches with the timer. What they're going for is time to the plate. That helps judge for a runner the viability of going, among other things. But if a guy is quicker to the plate, you're going to be less likely to run. Though another throw over, and Yoni returns standing. There are other factors, of course, as well, like how well the catcher throws and all that. What pitch you're running on, which you can't control as much, but part of it is time to the plate. 2-0 is ready. Hernandez dancing off the bag. The pitch. Swinging a line drive, hit to deep left center field. Avens over into the gap, runs it down and grabs it. Hernandez tags. He heads for second. Here's the throw. Not in time. Nice base running from Yoni Hernandez on a ball deep to left. Turns it into a free bag. And the Riders have a runner in scoring position after the long flyout from Kiner Falefa.
You don't often see runners take second base, tagging up Yoni. He was reading that one and no hesitation, just jumped right on it as soon as it was caught out there.
At least not independently. Sometimes you'll see a runner go up as the trail guy because nobody's paying attention to him. But in this case, he was the only runner out there and still is. And it's not like Avens fell asleep either. He got a good throw in. Hernandez is just fast. So here's Charles LeBlanc. The pitch to him, a cut and a miss, 0-1. LeBlanc accounted for the only RBI last night, and now a chance to get the first one in tonight. With no score here in the first inning, Hernandez at second base and 2 away. LeBlanc a .279 hitter, 3 homers, and now 38 RBIs. Salo's 1-0, or 0-1 rather. This is low. Now it's a ball and a strike. Salo started the year with Rancho Cucamonga, the advanced A affiliate of the Dodgers, playing nearby to the parent club in California. Those are the Quakes. Now he's a driller. The 1-1 outside, ball 2. And after this, you're a Dodger. Twice. Oklahoma City and Los Angeles both use the Dodgers moniker. The better farm systems in the game right now. 2-1 is ready. The pitch. Swinging a drive out to center. Landed in at first, now retreats a couple of steps. He runs it down and the inning is over. So a 1-out walk is stranded on the bags for the Rough Riders, and we head to the second inning. Still no score here at Dr. Pepper Ballpark.
At Weir's, we have the bases covered. Well, at least we have home base covered.
Cody Thomas leads off the top half of the second for Tulsa with a scoreless tie through 1. First pitch of the frame from Tyler Phillips to the lefty, misses low and away. And it's ball 1 to begin the inning on the lefty. Thomas struggling of late, the average down to .238. 1-0, he swings and rolls it foul up the first base side. Count evens at 1-1 on him. .238, he has 15 home runs and 54 RBIs, but a lot of that came before his recent struggles. The 1-1 from Phillips, and it's low. 2 balls and a strike. Tyler gave up a couple of singles in the first inning with 1 out, but then got a double play to end the inning. Now looking for a smoother and cleaner second go-round. The 2-1, Thomas swings and misses at a ball down and inside. And the count back level, 2 balls and 2 strikes on the Drillers' right fielder. Thomas had played center the first couple days of this series, bumped into the right corner of the grass tonight in place of Logan Landon. The 2-2, swinging a ground ball toward the right side to his left. Great grab by Ryan Doro, spearing it on the end of his glove. Spins in the outfield grass, throws to first in time and gets Thomas 1 away. That's Doro, the Rangers defending minor league defender of the year. Did his thing last year with Class A Hickory, and he's only continued it this season between Advanced A down east and here in Double A with the Rough Riders. So 1 out on the nice grab at second, and this brings up the second baseman, Connor Wong. First pitch, a swing and a miss, and a ball down in the zone, and it's 0-1. Wong into his second week of Double A action is currently hitting .188 at the new level. No home runs and 3 RBIs. A righty-righty matchup for Phillips, who comes with the 0-1 and buries one down and away. Gets behind the catcher Kiner Falefa, but no damage done with empty bags. So it's 1-1 on Wong. Man who can catch. That's how he's listed on the Tulsa roster, but he also plays a good amount of infield, which he's doing tonight. Now the 1-1. Swinging a fly ball, shallow right. Bunch of guys going in and out for it. It is Doro running it down in shallow right field all the way out from second base. So after the great grab, ranging to his left to begin the inning on the ground ball, sprinting back into right field, he makes this catch. A showcase for the man whose glove is pretty golden in the eyes of the Rangers. And they gave him their version of the gold glove this past offseason. And he shows why on 2 different plays here in the second inning. So 2 quick outs for Phillips with no score, and now it's Errol Robinson. First appearance of the series for the righty, who takes a first pitch low in the dirt, but couldn't hold back on a check swing, according to first base umpire Brian Walsh. It's 0-1. Robinson in limited action with Tulsa is hitting .300 this year. 1 home run, which was against Phillips, and 3 RBIs. Next pitch, curveball in for a strike. And it's quickly 0-2. Robinson had a nice night against Phillips last week in Tulsa. 2 for 2 with a long double and then the home run. The 0-2 this time, swinging a ground ball to second. This is the Ryan Doro inning. He pulls this one off the ground as well. The easiest play he made all inning. He throws him out at first, and it's a perfect second frame for Tyler Phillips. 1.5 innings complete. 7.5 to go. No score between the Riders and the Drillers.
Internet, TV, and phone service for residential and business customers. Grande Communications. When we say we're here for you, we mean it. Now, back to the action on the Frisco Rough Riders Radio Network.
We start the bottom of the second with no score here in Frisco. And the Riders come back for their second look at the opener. Left-hander Logan Salo. Andretti Cordero first up against the southpaw, who works in the closed-off stretch. Here's his first pitch of the frame, and it misses up and away. Ball 1 to the righty Cordero. .270 hitter and the team leader in both home runs and RBIs with 11 and 61. Salo delivers his 1-0. And a big arching curveball doesn't come into the zone. Misses outside for ball 2. As this inning begins, right-hander Parker Curry is starting to go in that bullpen. And again, he is essentially the starter. He's the follower. The 2-0. And it's up and away, ball 3. As we talked about last night, there are a couple of different terms. And since this concept is still not quite a thing yet in baseball, or it's not a regular enough thing, there still aren't total terms that have been created for that role. Here's the next one, a strike, and it's 3-1 now. The opener seems to be pretty clear. That part everyone agrees on, but it's what you call that next one that is a little more up in the air. Here's the 3-1, and it's outside. Another walk issued by Salo, his second of the night. So Cordero's on to lead off the second inning, and this brings up Preston Beck. Earlier today, the Rangers, in their notes recapping this game last night, used a term I hadn't heard yet to describe that second pitcher following the opener, and that was the headliner. I don't know about that. I kind of like that. It certainly has an aura to it of glamour.
I have heard that one. Have you heard the gal?
Ooh,
explain that in
I
a
have
second.
not. Yeah, I want to know what that's about. First to Beck is a strike. It's 0-1.
That one was coined by former Major League catcher David Ross. GAO, an acronym for Guy After Opener.
Okay, I was picturing GOW, but that. Okay, either way.
I kind of like it.
The GAO. All right. Here's the 0-1, and Beck takes another strike. This time Salo works ahead of the lefty. It's 0-2. Beck a .251 hitter, 10 home runs, and 41 RBIs. Cordero at first, held by Santana. And the 0-2. Swinging a foul up the third base side, about a three-quarter swing from Beck, but he stays alive. Still a 2-strike count. The nice thing about headliner, to me at least, is you could have a guy that's not all that exciting, and yet you can kind of spice him up a little bit by calling him the headliner. Not to imply Parker Curry's not worth the watch or worth the wait. Here's the 0-2 again, and it's strike three called. A slider comes on the inside edge, takes care of Beck, so one away. Sometimes that opener is used to protect a guy from having to face the lineup in extra time. And so by using the headliner, there's no vagary there. You're something to get excited about.
Sometimes another problem with it could be is what if the opener is a really exciting guy to watch pitch like Emmanuel Clase?
Right. To me, that was the headliner last night. Here's a throw to first. Cordero started to lean, but he's able to get back. Not that Jonathan Hernandez isn't exciting, but the bigger story last night was Clase was opening. Yeah, there could be a concern there.
Hence the gal.
That way there's
not problematic.
Yeah, you're not ascribing adjectives. You're just black and white facts. This is the guy after the opener. Okay. First one home to Eliezer Alvarez, and it's up and in. Ball one. Alvarez a .220 hitter, 6 home runs and 27 RBIs. Another lefty-lefty matchup for Salo. These are the only two he'll have tonight. All the other guys are either righties or switch hitters who can go right-handed. The 1-0, and it's low. 2 balls and no strikes. It is kind of mystifying, though, that we're now 2 years into this idea of an opener, and we're very set on that. There's been no confusion, it seems like, on calling that guy the opener. But here we are 2 years into it, and we can't nail down a term for the other guy. Here's the 2-0, and it's outside corner for a strike. 2-1 to Alvarez. You would think that with as relatively common as the idea has become, that something would stick. But not yet. 2-1 home, and another strike comes in through the middle. Evens the count at 2 on the Riders' right fielder, Eliezer Alvarez. No score here in the second. This is opener Logan Salo. Follower, highlighter, headliner, gal, whatever you want to call him. Parker Curry is done warming up in the bullpen. We'll see him in the third. The 2-2. Down and away, the count is full. And with one out, Cordero may or may not be moving here. I would not suspect as much, but you never know. It's the second night in a row we've seen an opener. It was the Riders last night with Emmanuel Clase, and now the Drillers using Logan Salo. 3-2 is ready. A look to first. Cordero stays, and the pitch, swing and a miss. It's strike 3 on Alvarez. A back-to-back Ks for Salo here in the second inning after the leadoff walk. Brings up 8-hitter Ryan Doro, who commanded the top half of the second inning. Now looking to take his advantage in the bottom of the second, but he'll have to wait a little bit. Parker Curry apparently is ready now. Manager Scott Hennessy comes out to get his fill in the blank, whatever you want to call him. And here he comes with 2 outs and a runner on first here in the bottom of the second inning. No score between the Riders and the Drillers. Parker Curry on the way out next.
Oh, I am craving a Dr. Pepper. Got any?
Yeah, sure. I got some.
A little bit of late. This is not the first time he has not made the start, but still pitched. And Curry gets a look at Ryan Doro as he comes out of the pen. Doro, the Riders' second baseman, hitting .203 with a home run and 8 RBIs. And again, he had a fantastic top of the second with all 3 plays coming his way. First pitch, swinging a hard line drive, fouled into the seats on the third base side. And it is 0-1. Doro made a great running grab to his left to spear a ground ball. Then made a great running grab going back into the grass to catch a fly ball. And then got the easy one to finish, a ground ball right to him to end the inning. Cordero gets off at first. The 0-1 from Curry. Swing and a miss. Ball dies at the end, and it's 0-2. Doro looks quickly down to third base coach and skipper Joe Mikulik. Quick signs from him, and turns his second baseman loose to the plate again. 0-2 count. Curry is set, and the pitch. Swinging a line drive into center, right at Landon. He has it, and the inning is over. Third ball that's been squared up right at Landon in these first 2 innings, but none of them have hit the ground yet. Done with 2 scoreless here in Frisco. The third inning comes your way next. Riders and the Drillers still even at 0.
Kids, they're unstoppable, inspirational, and amazing. And one-of-a-kind kids deserve health care to match. That's why Children's Health does more than treat illnesses and injuries. They're 10,000 team members strong, dedicated to helping your kid feel like a kid again. Because at Children's Health, kids rule. Learn more at childrens.com.
At Primrose Schools, teachers use our balanced learning curriculum to encourage your child's curiosity through purposeful play. By connecting child-initiated exploration with teacher-guided instruction, we're a launchpad for lifelong learners.
Our daughter surprises us with what she's learning every day. As parents, we see that Primrose knows how to inspire and teach her during the appropriate stages of her development.
Find a Primrose School near you at primroseschools.com. Primrose Schools, the leader in early education and care.
Get excited, Whataburger fans. Our one-of-a-kind mushroom Swiss burger is back.
And now it's an all-time favorite.
If you love mushrooms, you're going to love this burger.
2 patties, 2 slices of Swiss cheese, 2 layers of mushrooms. These mushrooms are beautiful.
It's a really good balance between hearty and savory. That au jus sauce on top.
The creamy au jus sauce. It really sets it apart.
Just adds flavor that makes you go, wow. It is just absolutely amazing.
It's not just a mushroom Swiss burger. It's a Whataburger mushroom Swiss burger.
You're listening to Rough Riders Baseball on the Frisco Rough Riders Radio Network.
Scoreless as we start the third inning here in Frisco, Texas. The Drillers come back to bat against right-hander Tyler Phillips. Getting his first start of the series after coming in as a defensive replacement last night. And Landon did swing once. He garnered an infield signal or a single out of that. First one home from the righty. It is just low. Ball 1. Landon hitting .230 this season, 4 home runs and 21 RBIs. Phillips returns with a 1-0, and he gets it over for a strike to even the count at 1 on the center fielder. Landon's a guy we saw as a defensive sub a couple times last week as well. It's a 1-0. He swings and shoots one into the sky and left. Davis backing up a few steps. He is a few feet shy of the warning track as he gets under it and makes the catch. 1 away. Brings up the catcher, Rocky Gale. Making his second appearance with the Drillers. We saw his first action with the club on Wednesday. He went 1 for 3 after coming down from AAA Oklahoma City. First pitch from Phillips to him, and it's inside, ball 1. Gale is essentially the corresponding move with K-Bear Ruiz going up to Oklahoma City. Dodgers' top prospect was moved up last week after the Riders left Tulsa. And Gale didn't come down immediately, but essentially he's now swapping places. Next pitch is called a strike, and it's 1-1 on him. Ruiz joins that just scary Oklahoma City roster right now. That is one loaded group. The 1-1. Curveball just at the bottom of the zone in for a strike, and it's 1-2 on Gale. The top prospect is there in K-Bear Ruiz. The second best prospect is there in Gavin Lux. 1-2, swinging a sharp shot foul to the right side out of play, and it stays at 1-2. The third-rated prospect is there. That is Dustin May. All of those guys were here to begin the season. They've all since moved up. 1-2 again, swinging a roller foul to the third base side, right next to the Riders' dugout. Manager Joe Mikulik reaches for it, doesn't quite have the stretch, so the bat boy comes out to help him out. And it's still 1-2 on the backstop, Rocky Gale. DJ Peters, another guy that moved up recently. He is killing it right now in Oklahoma City, just like a lot of those other guys are too. The 1-2 pitch, swinging a ground ball back toward the mound. 2-hopper to Phillips. He has it, takes his time as he throws from the base of the hill and gets the runner Gale at first. So 2 outs. Now 6 in a row retired by Phillips in this scoreless third inning. And the batter is leadoff man Drew Avens. Avens started the game by flying out on the very first pitch. Another toss to the lefty this time, and he lets one go up and away, ball 1. Phillips gave out the back-to-back one-out singles in the first. Looked like it might be a rocky beginning for him, but he's really come back with a vengeance. 1-0, a rip and a miss, and it's 1-1 on Avens. 6 in a row retired, and that all started with the big double play ball he got to end that first inning. 1-1 to Avens. He swings and drills it foul to the left side, out of play. Make it 1-2 now on the Drillers' left fielder. Field now fully encompassed in shade, by the way, on this Friday night. The sun is still out, but not shining on the diamond. 1-2, and it's high, very up in the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gorgeous night for baseball. Last night, really comfortable here as well. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Oh, that's a nasty pitch from Phillips. All sorts of late break and bite to it, and that ends the third inning. He gets his first strikeout of the night. 7 in a row retired by Phillips as we head into the bottom of the third. Still no score between the Rough Riders and Tulsa.
Comfort Suites is the upscale all-suites hotel.
Years we've been helping customers make their houses into homes with expert guidance and finding comfortable and functional furniture and styles you like at prices you love. With 3 Weir's furniture stores across the Metroplex ready to serve you, shop Weir's Monday through Saturday for value pricing and quality service. We're ready to treat you like family. From our family to yours since 1948.
Brendan Davis is first up for the Rough Riders here in the bottom of the third with no score. First pitch home from Parker Curry is in for a strike at the letters, and it's 0-1 on the 9-hitter Davis. 207 swinger, 2 home runs, and 20 RBIs. Curry with the glove in front of his face, spins into the motion, sends his next one home and puts a fastball down and away. Draws a miniature movement of the bat, but not enough for a swing according to Brian Walsh at first, so it's 1-1. Righty-righty matchup for Curry. A couple left-handed switch hitters on deck. 1-1, a swing and a miss. Ooh, that's a tough pitch to hit. Like a change up there from Curry, which really had Davis fooled, and it's 1-2. He's gotten that pitch across twice for strikes. See if he tries it again or tries to blow some heat by him. The 1-2 does go down and away this time. A different look for Davis. He's down on strikes as he swings over it. And it's 1 out here in the third. So first strikeout for Curry, who came on for the final out of the second following the opener, Logan Salo. Now his first look at leadoff man, Leody Taveras. Riders Baseball brought to you tonight by In Touch Credit Union, working for you and your financial well-being. Taveras trying to get something going for the Riders, who have a couple of walks tonight against the Drillers, but that's it. Tulsa, meanwhile, struggling at the plate as well. Just 2 hits, and that's it. First home, and Leody takes a strike. It's 0-1. He was hitting right-handed the first time up against Salo, now left-handed against Parker Curry. Not much of a shift to report on the infield. It's pretty straight up for Taveras. The 0-1, and this one bends in for a strike. Curry flashing that really solid pitch. I believe it's his changeup, and it's 0-2. Might be his curve. It's got a lot of movement to it. 0-2, swing and a miss. The bat goes all the way to first base. Fielded by Cristian Santana. That's not what he's normally used to fielding, though. So a strikeout for Curry again as he gets Taveras hacking. And interestingly, normally the bat goes behind. I've never seen it go down the line like that and stay in fair territory, no less. So a strange strikeout, but 2 gone quickly here in the third inning. The batter is Yoni Hernandez. Curry is 1 miss away from being in line for an immaculate inning as well. He threw a ball to Davis, but otherwise he would have a chance at 9 pitches, 9 strikes, and 3 Ks. First pitch to Hernandez. He shows bunt, puts it in the air to the third base side, but it's foul. 0-1. Yoni drew a walk back in the first inning. Couldn't get any further than second base, though, after he tagged up on a flyout. No score here in the third. Surprise, surprise. These 2 teams are playing another well-pitched, low-scoring game. 2-1 Riders on Wednesday, 2-1 Tulsa last night, and 0-0 in the third this evening. 0-1 count. The pitch. Another bunt shown. This time he pulls back and takes low. So it's 1-1 on the 5'9" infielder. And he is every bit of 5'9". Not one of those guys that'll post up on you, but he's a good athlete. Riders have had a lot of good contributions from him so far. 1-1. He swings away this time, launching one foul to the left side out of play. They get 1-2. Like Taveras, he is hitting left-handed this time around after going from the right side 2 innings ago. Curry has taken care of all 3 hitters he's seen so far and trying to make it a perfect 4 for 4 here. Long look in for the signs. Finally has those signals from the catcher Gale. Here is the 1-2. Swinging a pop-up. Shallow center. Here come a couple different guys. Neither Avens nor Landon can get to it, though. And Hernandez has a 2-out single. First hit of the night for the Rough Riders. And Hernandez has been on both times. Walk and now a base hit for him. Certainly not the hardest hit ball he'll have this year, but properly placed. And it keeps the inning going for Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Kiner-Falefa flew out sharply to left center last time up. Hardest hit ball we've seen tonight for the Rough Riders, but one of those that's been tracked down in the outfield. Throw over to first, and Curry gets Hernandez back standing. And Yoni's been a good stolen base threat already with the Riders. 8 of 9 in about a month. In fact, it's a month today since he got called up from down east. First one home. Kiner-Falefa swings. He wraps another one out to left. Avens, though, has it right there. He doesn't have to move a step, and the inning is over. So 2 well-struck balls for Kiner, but nothing out of it. And we're done with 3 here in Frisco. We go to the 4th next. We're still scoreless on MILB TV and Riders Baseball to keep his good vibes going as we turn the play-by-play baton over to Paul.
Thank you, Ryan. Tyler Phillips out there finishing his warm-up tosses as he gets ready to face the number 2, 3, 4 spots in the Drillers order. Phillips has been good, as Ryan was saying, set down 7 straight now and just given up 2 hits on the evening. As it is another low-scoring ball game between the Riders and Drillers. That has been the case between these 2 teams for about the last week or so, since these teams have been playing each other quite a bit. This is the last time that the Riders will be playing the Drillers this season. Saying goodbye to Tulsa after tonight. Tulsa's already taken the season series, but the Riders with a chance to nab another one off of them here tonight. As this season, it is the Drillers leading the series. They have 8 wins compared to the Riders 3. Tyler Phillips sends in the first pitch to Zach McKinstry, who takes it outside for ball 1. McKinstry, left-handed hitter. He's 1 for 1 on the evening, singled his first time up. Next pitch to him, he swings and fouls it off to the left side. It's now 1-1 on him. With that hit in the first inning, McKinstry now 2 for 8 this series. Here's the pitch from Phillips. This one down low for a ball. So it's now 2-1 on McKinstry. Phillips looks in. And here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss. Count is now even at 2-2. A little change up there from Tyler Phillips. That is often the pitch that he gets the most swings and misses on. Very deceptive and dives at the last minute. Here's the 2-2 pitch. This one is inside, a fastball just missing. So it's now 3-2 to McKinstry. First full count that Tyler Phillips has gotten to today. Next pitch, McKinstry swings and lines this one into left field. It drops down in front of Brendan Davis. And it's a leadoff single for Zach McKinstry. He's now 2 for 2 on the evening. So now Christian Santana coming to the plate. Santana also with a hit in his only at bat of the ball game. He singled back in the first inning following McKinstry. Right-handed hitter steps in. Phillips working from the stretch. First pitch to him. This one low and away, ball 1. Santana with that hit in his first at bat, now a 307 average. He came into the ball game tied for the third highest batting average in the Texas League, and he's been swinging a really nice bat over his last month or so, hitting up above 350. Here's the 1-0 pitch to him. This one is high for a ball to make it 2-0. Phillips peers in, getting the signs from Kiner Falefa. The 2-0 to Santana, runners going, swinging strike, the throw down, not in time. McKinstry dives in safely with his 7th stolen base of the season. And now there's a runner in scoring position for the Drillers here in the top of the 4th inning as they're looking for their first run of the ball game. Still no outs. And it's a 2-1 count to Christian Santana. Phillips comes set at the belt, checks back to second. The 2-1 pitch is low. Now 3-1 to Santana. Omar Estevez is on deck. He's been good this series, so important pitch here. 3-1 on Santana. Phillips checks back to second. Now he's throwing, diving in just in time. Zach McKinstry. Good throw there from Tyler Phillips. Yoni Hernandez, the shortstop, was the one egging him on to make the throw. McKinstry hesitated at second, but dove back just in time. Now Phillips set again. Here's the 3-1 pitch. A swing and a line drive right back to Phillips. Hung up between second and third is McKinstry. He's in a rundown, and he's tagged out by Hernandez. And you can erase that leadoff single off the base pass. Zach McKinstry is out. Christian Santana will take his place on the base pass, but he's just at first base. That one played out really well for the Riders. It was a hard shot right back at Phillips, but he was able to get his glove on it. McKinstry took off because I think just automatic reaction how hard that one was hit. He didn't think anyone would get to it. Now there's one out in the first pitch to Estevez. Grounder to second. There's one at second base, and the throw over to first in time for a double play. And what looked like it could have been a promising inning for the Drillers turns into nothing. Good defense by the Riders. We'll move on into the home half of the 4th, where it's still scoreless between the Riders and Drillers.
Coors Light, established in 1978 and born in the Rockies, where the only thing more refreshing than your current adventure is what's next. It's why Coors is nothing less than the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Light. 2018 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Texas Farm Bureau Insurance wants to give you free tickets to Rough Riders games. Texas Farm Bureau members get 2 free tickets to Sunday home games when you show proof of membership at the ticket office. Texas Farm Bureau members also receive many great offers and benefits all over the Lone Star State. Visit TexasFarmBureau.org/sports to learn more and become a member today. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, proud sponsor of Rough Riders Baseball. At CoServe, we believe that providing reliable, quality power and exceptional local customer service helps us build a better tomorrow. Visit CoServe.com today for details on how you can win tickets to an upcoming Rough Riders game.
Cancer's a tough opponent, but there is a game plan that can help you prevent cancer from ever developing or stop it in its tracks if it's already started. Screening and prevention. That's how you beat cancer. Get screened for breast cancer, lung cancer, colon cancer, and liver cancer. All these types of cancers can be screened for. Plus, get the HPV vaccine in children and adolescents to help prevent cervical cancer. And consider genetic testing if you're concerned about you or your family's cancer history. Screening and prevention work. So for your health, for your family and friends, get screened. Execute the game plan. It's important, it's simple, and the time is now. This message brought to you by the UT Southwestern Simmons Comprehensive Cancer Center.
We open up the bottom of the 4th, and it's now 0-2 on Charles LeBlanc. Took the first strike and then swung at the second one. It's Parker Curry on the mound for the Drillers. This game is still scoreless. LeBlanc with an 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. He swings and fouls it back, hanging in there at 0-2. LeBlanc flew out to center field his last time up. One of the many outs tonight that's been struck well by the Riders. Just nothing carrying beyond that line of outfielders. The next pitch just outside. So it's 1-2 to LeBlanc. Parker Curry working another inning. He came in to get the last out of the second after the opener, Logan Salo. Curry comes set, the 1-2 pitch. LeBlanc swings and ropes this one into left field where it falls down for a base hit. He'll take a turn around first and then head on back. It's a leadoff single for Charles LeBlanc to lead off the bottom of the fourth inning. It'll now be the number 5 hitter for the Riders, Andretti Cordero, stepping up. Cordero walked his first time up. He's got a chance to get something going for the Riders here. The leadoff runner aboard. Runs have been hard to come by, not just for the Riders, but the Drillers too this series. First pitch to Cordero, big rip and a miss on the off-speed pitch. He was out in front of it. So it's 0-1 on Andretti. Curry looking in, getting the signs from the veteran catcher Rocky Gale. And the 0-1 pitch, this one down low, taken for a ball. It's now 1-1 on Cordero. Andretti still looking for his first hit of the series. Charles LeBlanc getting a lead off of first base. Curry comes to the plate. Cordero swings at this pitch, skies it out to center field. Ranging back is Landon just before the track makes the catch. Heading back to first base is Charles LeBlanc. And one out now in the bottom of the fourth inning. Another well-struck ball off a Rider's bat that just doesn't go to the right part of the field or carry quite far enough. So one out. Runner still on first base for tonight's designated hitter, Preston Beck. The lefty struck out looking his last time up. That was against the opener, Logan Salo. First time tonight that he faces Parker Curry. Curry ready to go, comes set at the belt, brings in the first pitch. Beck swings and rips this one down the right field line. It falls in, it's gonna get to the wall. Coming to third base is Charles LeBlanc. He's being waved around. Throw is cut off. LeBlanc scores. The Riders have taken a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the fourth inning. RBI double for Preston Beck. Beck didn't wait long. First pitch coming up ripping, and finally a ball that the Riders make good contact on does fall in. This one just far enough away from right fielder Cody Thomas to get down and get by him. And that was the key, getting by him. That allowed LeBlanc enough time to come home. It looked like he wasn't sure whether he was going to be sent home as he was approaching third base, pulling up a little bit, but Joe Miklik waving him through, and LeBlanc gets there in plenty of time. So now a runner on second base, Eliezer Alvarez the batter. He swings at the first pitch and ropes one into the same place in right field. It falls down over the head of Cody Thomas all the way to the wall. And coming home to score is Preston Beck. Another RBI double for the Riders, this time off the bat of Eliezer Alvarez. And it's now 2-0. Almost two identical at-bats for Frisco. First pitch swinging against Parker Curry. Eliezer Alvarez just rips this one to right field. It was a little bit closer to Cody Thomas than Preston Beck's double, but it went over Thomas's head. And it all works the same for scoring those runs. The Riders now with 2 of them, more than they had yesterday, and matching the total that they had in the series opener on Wednesday, in which they won 2-1. So now 1 out, runner on second base for Ryan Doro. Let's see if he swings first pitch. Here is the first pitch. No, he lays off. It's a strike at the knees. And it's 0-1 on Doro. He lined out to center field his first time up. Another one of those well-hit balls. Curry comes set. Throw back to second. No, he holds it. He thought about throwing. He pump faked, but looked like his second baseman, Connor Wong, didn't have much interest in actually going all the way to the bag to cover. Alvarez was diving back safely anyways. Curry now to the plate with the 0-1 pitch. It's low to make it 1-1 on Doro. Charles LeBlanc came around to score for the Riders, and Preston Beck as well. And that's why they have this 2-0 lead. Eliezer Alvarez on second base after his RBI double, and it's a 1-1 count to Doro. Here's the pitch. Swings and chops it to shortstop. Charging in is Robinson. On the run, makes the throw to first base in time. Nice play there from Errol Robinson to retire Ryan Doro. Eliezer Alvarez has to stay put at second base. And now it's the number 9 hitter for the Riders with a chance to keep this inning going. Brendan Davis coming to the plate. Brendan struck out his first at bat. With that, Brendan in a little bit of a skid batting. He's got 1 hit in his last 26 at bats over his last 10 games. Chance to drive in a run here. First pitch from Curry catches the outside corner, strike 1. Alvarez does have good speed there on second base, so a single more likely to get it done than if it was some other runner. Curry comes set, checks back to second base, throws. Alvarez dives in just in time. This one was a little bit close. Game of hesitation out there. It's like Curry looks back to second base. The second baseman Wong thinks about covering, doesn't, and then he does. Alvarez is like, should I dive back in? And then he does, and it's just all very delayed, but Alvarez able to get there just ahead of that pickoff throw. It's 0-1 to Davis. Next pitch, he swings and fouls this one right side. Well out of play. Close to that Tulsa bullpen where there is no action. We don't expect there to be any. As Parker Curry in there as the follower, the gal, the second guy to pitch. He's the guy who came in after the opener. So he's probably going to work for quite a few more innings, unless the Riders chase him out. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Davis. It's low and away. So it's now 1-2. Guess you could call him the GPS, the guy pitching second. It's another option.
Well, that at least has a little more ring to it.
I think Gao has some ring.
Oh, for sure. I guess some more.
1-2 is away.
There's a correlation to something we know, though.
True.
There aren't Gaos
exactly.
in the world that I'm aware of, at least.
How about a PAL, player, pitcher after opener?
That at least comes with a little spark to it.
Some
pow. Here's Curry.
It's 2-2 on Brendan Davis with a runner on second base. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Riders up 2-0. Parker Curry comes set. Here's the pitch. This one is outside, and it's a full count on Brendan Davis. Got a chance to extend this inning. It's the top of the order would be up next in the form of Leody Taveras. Curry looking back to second. Now comes to the plate with the 3-2. Davis swings and pops it up in the infield. Towards the shortstop. Errol Robinson calling everybody off. He makes the catch, and the inning is over, but not before the Riders grab 2 runs on 3 hits. They now lead 2-0 as we go to the 5th here at Dr. Pepper Ballpark.
Do you know where your beer is brewed? With 12 breweries spread out all.
Drillers order due up against Tyler Phillips. It's Cody Thomas, Connor Wong, and Errol Robinson. Phillips looks in ready to deliver the first pitch to Cody Thomas, the left-handed hitter. Grounded out to second base his first time up. First pitch to him is low and away for ball one. Cody Thomas from right down the road in Colleyville, not necessarily enjoying the home cooking, though. So the next pitch is inside. Jumping out of the way is Thomas. It's 2-0. Thomas now 0 for 19 in his last 19 at-bats against the Rough Riders, and he's on a 2 for 34 skid over his last 10 games. The 2-0 pitch to him. He swings and fouls it straight down into the dirt to make it 2-1. Thomas still with a very healthy number of home runs. He's got 15 of them. That's the second most in the Texas League. Third most now is Dylan Carlson of Springfield, has 17. The 2-1 pitch is low to make it 3-1. Carlson with a home run last night to change that total. The 3-1 to Thomas. Check swing. Definitely went all the way around. No appeal needed. Dane Ponsack, home plate umpire, says, yeah, you did. It's now a full count. Here's the 3-2 from Phillips. Swing and a miss. Cody Thomas strikes out swinging to start out this fifth inning. That'll bring up Connor Wong, the number 6 hitter, playing second base tonight. Just the second time to play second base here in his brief 10-game AA career. He's been in the lineup every night of this series, though. First pitch to him is down low, ball one. Last night, Wong was doing the catching, and then on Wednesday, he was the designated hitter. Phillips sends in the 1-0. Wong swings and fouls it back. So it's 1-1 on him. Riders infield mostly playing Wong just pretty much straight up here. It's the 1-1 pitch, low and away. Middle infielders back towards the outer edge of the infield dirt. The 2-1 from Phillips. This one is outside. It's now 3-1 to Connor Wong. Phillips comes set. The 3-1 pitch. Wong swings and rips this one foul down the third base side. Jumping out of the way. A couple players in the Riders dugout, or perhaps some of the training staff, they were able to dodge that one, but it was close, sneaking into the steps of the dugout. It's a full count now on Connor Wong. Here's the pitch from Phillips. Swing and a miss. Foul tip, but right into the glove of Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, and there are now 2 down, 2 strikeouts, 2 swinging strikeouts to start off this 5th inning for Tyler Phillips. And for him, that's strikeout number 3 on the evening.
And the encouraging thing with both of these and a couple other at-bats tonight is he's falling behind hitters and then bouncing back. Still doesn't have a walk tonight, even though he's had a lot of 3-ball counts.
Phillips not a guy who walks many. He relies largely on his control and his command within the strike zone to get batters out. His first pitch to Errol Robinson is just a little bit outside to make it 1-0. The next pitch, this one in there for a strike. Yeah, Phillips also not a big strikeout guy, but he's able to perform well at this level by also not walking guys. A 1-1 to Robinson, low and outside to make it 2-1. Thing that Phillips has been trying to own throughout the season here at AA since getting the call up is his command of the strike zone. A 2-1 pitch to Robinson down low to make it 3-1. Throw it to places in the strike zone that guys aren't going to rip it for base hits. And he's been improving. The 3-1 pitch to Robinson. This one is outside, so just as we were talking about it, Tyler Phillips does issue a walk. A 2-out walk, and Errol Robinson takes first base.
And his walk total has been higher here than it was in the past, but I think there is some explanation to it in the sense that he's the kind of guy that sometimes can throw too many strikes. There is such a thing, obviously, in baseball if you leave center cut pitches to hit. So that might be part of it. Starting to learn that he has to work around, and then as a result, you might walk guys occasionally.
Logan Landon now at the plate. First pitch to him is down low for a ball. Landon flew out to left field his first time up. Phillips has been pretty good, especially over his last 3 starts. An ERA of 3.71 over those 3. He comes set, sends in the 1-0 pitch. Robinson is running. It's a chopper back towards the mound. Phillips off to his right, picks it up, fires over to first base in time. What a play from Tyler Phillips to get Logan Landon, who has good speed at first base, and that will end the inning. Riders still up 2-0 over the Drillers as we move on into the home half of the 5th on ridersbaseball.com and MILBT Lefa. Leote digs into that left side of the batter's box against the righty Parker Curry. And the first pitch, he swings and laces it back into the netting for a foul ball, strike 1. Taveras is 0 for 2 on the evening. Struck out swinging his last at bat on 3 pitches. And before that, flew out to center field. Curry with the windup and the pitch. Taveras swings and misses. It's now 0-2 on him. Riders are up 2-0. They are out hitting the Drillers 4-3. Neither team has committed an error so far. Two 2-0 on Taveras, or 0-2 rather. Curry looks in, fires. Taveras swings and lines this one out towards the gap in left center, and it falls down for a extra base hit, getting all the way to the track. Taveras thought about going to third, but he'll just pull up at second base. A leadoff double for Leote Taveras. And for Leote, that's his 3rd double of the season. Left fielder Drew Avens was sprinting to his left and back, trying to get to that one. Stretched out his glove, but it was just out of reach. Luckily for him, it didn't have quite enough juice on it to get all the way to the wall. Avens was able to pick it up on the track, else Taveras would have been into third. He took a big turn around second, and he absolutely can fly. But he's on second base now with no outs for Yoni Hernandez. First pitch to him. Hernandez shows bunt, pulls it back. The throw down to second base, and Taveras is out. Rocky Gale able to pick him off down there. Very good awareness from the veteran Gale and a very good throw to match it. You can erase Leote Taveras' leadoff double. And that one was in there for a strike to Hernandez as well, so it's now 0-1. Curry looks in. Sends the 0-1 pitch. This one misses down low to make it 1-1. Little unfortunate turn of events there to get the first out of the inning against the Riders. Taveras gets picked off second. The 2-0 down low, or that was actually the scoreboard showing 3-0. I have 2-1. We'll go with 2-1. Curry looks in. Here's the pitch. This one inside. Hernandez is heading to first base, so that is ball 4. And a 1-out walk for Yoni Hernandez, his 2nd of the game. And now Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. So Hernandez is down at first. He has good speed down on first. 8 steals on the season for Yoni Hernandez on 9 attempts. See how much attention Curry gives him. He's giving him attention right now. Pickoff throw to first base, stepping back in. Hernandez, plenty of time. Not even going to the dirt with that one. Kiner Falefa's 0 for 2 on the evening. 2 flyouts to left field. First pitch to him is down low for ball 1. And now Rocky Gale going out to have a word with Parker Curry. Probably a little bit of a chat on how to deal with the speedy Yoni Hernandez on first base. Rocky Gale has been really good throwing out runners this season. So he's thrown out 34% of the guys that have tried to steal on him between his work in AAA and a couple games in the majors with the Dodgers. Another pickoff throw over to first. Hernandez is back in safely. So 34% thrown out for Rocky Gale. To put that into context, the major league average for catchers this season is 27% roundabouts. So Gale a little bit better. The 1-0 to Kiner Falefa. He swings and drills this one out to deep left center field. Going up, looking at it. No one's going to get it. A home run for Isaiah Kiner Falefa. 2-run shot, and it is 4-0 Riders. Izzy with his first Riders home run of the season. And that was about as no doubter as you can get, as it landed pretty high up on the Kroger lawn seats in front of the scoreboard in left center field. And we're finally getting some runs in this game, or in this series. That actually landed pretty low on the Kroger lawn seats, but hey, it's a home run. First pitch into Charles LeBlanc. Got to look at it on the replay, but home run is a home run. 4-0 now. Riders over the Drillers. Still just 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's an 0-1 count to LeBlanc. The pitch is low and away. It's now 1-1. Kiner Falefa also with RBIs 8 and 9. Next pitch in there for a strike. LeBlanc was taking that one, just settled in there at the knees. It's now 1-2 on him. Curry with the windup and the pitch. LeBlanc pokes it out to right field. Coming on is Thomas. He makes the catch. And there are 2 away.
Third baseman, Andretti Cordero.
And now it'll be Andretti Cordero. Cordero still hitless this series. 0 for 1 this evening. He did walk in the 2nd inning. First pitch to him. He swings and hits this one out to right field. Cody Thomas barely has to move, sticks the glove up, and he's got it. And this inning is over, but Isaiah Kiner Falefa with a 2-run home run to make it 4-0 Riders. We'll move on. Kiner Falefa, his first home run of the season, 9th RBI. First home run for the Riders since Saturday when Chuck Mormon hit one. Here's the first pitch to the catcher, Rocky Gale. It's low and outside for ball 1. Tyler Phillips only allowed 3 hits tonight. Next pitch to Gale. He swings and drills one on the ground to third base. It's fielded by Cordero. He comes up throwing, and plenty of time to get Rocky Gale for the first out of the 6th inning. And that'll bring up the top of the order for the 3rd time for the Drillers. It's Drew Avens. Avens is 0 for 2 on the evening. He flew out to left field and struck out. First pitch to the lefty, in there for called strike 1. Avens, one of these guys that does not wear batting gloves. The 0-1 misses inside. Looked like Phillips was looking for the same spot that he got on his first pitch that was called a strike, but just missed that time. So count even at 1-1 Here's the pitch to Avens. It's low to make it 2-1. Phillips now looking in. The 2-1. This one a little bit outside, so it's now 3-1 to Avens. Infield playing the lefty slightly to pull, but the third baseman Cordero is up close to the grass. Next pitch to Avens. He swings and rips it up the middle for a base hit. So a one-out single for Drew Avens. As the Drillers try to claw back in this game, they trail 4-0. And it's Zach McKinstry coming to the plate. McKinstry looking for his third straight hit. He's got a pair of singles tonight. Phillips holds the ball behind his back. Now comes set just below the belt. First pitch to the lefty McKinstry is outside for ball one. Avens with good speed over there on first base, but probably not a situation in which he'll be running. With the Drillers trailing by 4, they need runs, they need base runners. Next pitch to McKinstry is inside to make it 2-0. This next pitch from Phillips will be pitch number 77 on the evening. He's ready to bring it. Here it is. Again, missing inside. Not missing by a whole lot, but just a little bit, just enough. It's now 3-0 on Zach McKinstry. Phillips comes set. The 3-0, this one is outside, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Zach McKinstry. Just the second free pass that Phillips has issued tonight. And there are now 2 runners on base with no outs. For the middle of this Drillers order, it's Christian Santana. Santana 1 for 2 on the evening. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa out to have a talk with Tyler Phillips. How they're going to approach Christian Santana and the rest of this inning. Phillips has been able to quell some potential fires in the earlier innings in this game, getting some double plays. That would be nice here. First pitch to Santana in there for a strike at the knees. So 0-1 on Christian Santana. Phillips checks back to second base and now comes to the plate with the 0-1. This one down in the dirt, gets away from Kiner-Falefa. Everybody's moving up. And that'll be a wild pitch on Tyler Phillips. And that gets rid of the potential force out, the potential inning-ending double play, or at least an inning-ending double play of the traditional variety. Still always get a line out. And it's 1-1 on Santana. Runners on second and third now. 1 out in the top of the 6th. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Phillips. Check swing, in which he did not go all the way through. So it's 2-1 now. Phillips peers in, getting the signs from Kiner-Falefa. In the 2-1 pitch, a swing and a ground ball up the middle, cut off by the shortstop Hernandez, who throws over to first base. The run scores, and Santana is thrown out. So RBI ground out. It's now 4-1. Drillers get their first run of the ball game on a RBI ground out from Christian Santana.
Tulsa designated hitter,
for Santana, that was RBI number 53 on the season. He's trailing his teammate Cody Thomas by 1 for the team lead. Now a runner on third base, 2 outs for Omar Estevez. First pitch to him, down low and away for ball 1. Phillips comes set. The 1-0. This one in there for a strike at the knees. 1-1 now on Estevez. He's grounded into 2 double plays tonight. 6-4-3 back in the first, and then 4-6-3 in the fourth. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Low and away. Just missing there, and it's now 2-1. Phillips comes set. And the pitch. Outside, ball 3. So now a hitter's count for Estevez with the runner on third base. It's Zach McKinstry over there. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a foul ball to the left side to make the count full. Drillers trying to extend this inning and potentially cut the Riders' lead in half if they could get that run 90 feet down the third base line. They trail 4-1 here. It's a full count with 2 outs to Omar Estevez. Tyler Phillips comes set and delivers. Swing and a miss. Down goes Estevez, slams his bat down in frustration. And the Drillers just get 1 run out of that inning. They trail the Riders 4-1, and we move on into the home half of the 6th from Dr. Pepper Ballpark.
Communications. When we say we're here for you, we mean it.
Bottom of the 6th, Riders up 4-1. Preston Beck at the plate. Parker Curry still on the mound for the Drillers. He came in as the headliner or the second pitcher. He came in after the opener, Logan Salo. Been working ever since. Curry's given up all 4 runs. First pitch to Preston Beck. He swings and fouls this one back to make it 0-1. Preston, he's 1 for 2 on the night. He had an RBI double back in the 4th inning. That scored the Riders' first run of the ball game. Next pitch to Beck is up high. He takes it, and it's 1-1. All 4 runs credited or counted against Parker Curry. He's given up 6 hits. Next pitch to Beck is low. So it's 2-1. Riders going for the series win tonight. Here's the 2-1 pitch. This one just misses. Off speed outside there, and it's now 3-1 on Preston Beck. Curry looks in, getting the signs from Rocky Gale, and sends in the 3-1 pitch. This one is in there, off speed, dropping in, catching the bottom of the strike zone. It's now a full count on Preston Beck. The windup and the 3-2 pitch. Beck swings and misses. And he strikes out to start this bottom of the 6th inning. Eliezer Alvarez is up next. Alvarez doubled immediately after Beck back in the 4th inning to drive in the Riders' second run of the ball game. Both of them did it on the first pitches that they saw from Parker Curry, and both of them did it on line drives to right field. First pitch to Eliezer is in there for a strike at the knees. Alvarez also 1 for 2 on the evening with a strikeout to go along with his double. His strikeout was swinging back in the 2nd. Next pitch to him, he swings and drills this one out to right field. This one is gone and in a hurry. Off the front wall of the Lazy River, Eliezer Alvarez makes it a 5-1 ball game. That one seriously out of here in a flash. Home run number 7 on the season for Eliezer, RBI number 29. So Riders get their 4-run lead back. It's now 5-1, and Ryan Doro at the plate. Here's the pitch from Curry. Doro swings and fouls it back. So it's 0-1. Doro is 0 for 2 on the evening. Curry with the windup and the pitch. This one is outside for ball 1. Curry looks in and sends in the 1-1 pitch, low and away. So the runs finally coming for the Riders here tonight. As they've put up 5, that's more than they've scored in the first 2 games of the series. If they get one more, they can double their total through the first 2 games. Doro swings at the next pitch, fouls it behind the plate. Having a look at it is the catcher Rocky Gale, but this one gets into the seats a good 6 or 7 rows up. So it's 1-2 on Doro. Doro, by the way, has played some really nice defense at second base tonight, turning a number of really impressive plays out there, especially in the first couple innings of the ball game. It's 2-2 on him. Here's the pitch. He swings and loops this one out into shallow right field. It drops in for a base hit. 1-out single for Ryan Doro, and he breaks an 0 for 14 over his last 4 games. And now Brendan Davis coming to the plate. Doro doing just enough on that one to poke it out into right field. There is some action in the Drillers bullpen. First pitch to Davis. He swings and hits it high in the air out into center field. Should be playable for Logan Landon. He moves to his right and makes the catch. And there are 2 down. No one throwing yet in that Drillers bullpen, but there is a lot of stretching, and looks like throwing will be imminent. And there it is, the first pitch down there in that Drillers bullpen. Looks like that's Logan Baucom, Lubbock native, right-handed pitcher, up and throwing. There are now 2 outs for Leody Taveras with a runner on first base. Riders up 5-1. Throw over to first. Doro dives in safely. Taveras 1 for 3 on the evening. He doubled to lead off the 5th inning before getting picked off by the catcher Rocky Gale down there at second base. Next pitch to him, he shows bunt, pulls back. Gale popped up ready to throw down to first base, but Doro gets back in time. Riders should be well aware of Rocky Gale's arm. It's 1-0 to Taveras. Here's the pitch from Curry. Taveras swings and skies this one out into left center. Left fielder Avens calls for it. He's got it. And the inning is over. But not before another run for the Riders. This time a solo home run, a laser shot from Eliezer Alvarez to make it 5-1.
Consecutive win, and now gives the ball to right-hander Walker Weichel. 25-year-old out of Florida is making his 33rd appearance of the year, currently bringing a .464 ERA into action. He last worked in the series opener on Wednesday, tossed a perfect 6th inning against the Drillers. Looking for a similar result here tonight as we start the top half of the 7th. The Drillers send in their 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Cody Thomas the first in that group. Then Connor Wong and Errol Robinson. It's a lefty, then 2 righties against Weichel, who has been slightly better against lefties, but not by a sizable margin. Thomas is 0 for 2. Last time up, a strikeout victim of Tyler Phillips. First pitch ready from the tall righty here in the 7th. Comes home and misses just below the knees. It's ball 1. Miniature shift on for Thomas. Not a whole lot of adjustment, but the infielders are over a little bit to their left. There's the 1-0 offering. And it hits the outside edge for a strike. Michael back into an even count. It's 1-1. This is his 5th outing against Tulsa this year. Weichel hasn't allowed a run yet. Just 5 hits, no walks, and 3 strikeouts in 5 2/3 innings. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Big rip by Thomas at a fastball. His count now at 1-2. It's more great starting pitching, though, tonight. The Riders have had all sorts of that lately, and Phillips just carrying the baton a little further down the track. Michael trying to keep a good relief stretch going, too. The 1-2, a check swing, and Thomas fouls it to the screen. Stays at a ball and 2 strikes on him. Over the last 9 games entering play tonight, the Riders have a combined staff ERA of 2.28. That is only going down at the moment. And no coincidence that the club is 6-3 in that stretch. The 1-2, and it dips low, even to the count of 2 each on the 5-hitter. Now, the bats aren't necessarily lighting up the world. Tonight it's been a little better with 5 runs on 8 hits here in the 7th, but the pitching has been so good that it's only taken a couple of runs each night to come away with a win. The 2-2, swinging a foul straight into the netting again, and it remains even on Thomas. We'll get a 7th pitch next from the righty Walker Weichel. We saw the Riders win 1-0 last weekend at Arkansas. That same series, they had a 3-0 win. They won here on Wednesday 2-1, and they barely lost last night by the same score. When you can pitch, you'll stay in a ball game, and that's what this club has done of late. Big reason for the turnaround, and that Arkansas team in which this group totally mowed down is coming back starting tomorrow. 2-2. Thomas takes it low, and his count is full. Arkansas is playing Midland right now in the series finale of that 3-game set. And it's Travelers 5, Rockhounds 1 in the 7th. Arkansas staked an early lead tonight with a 4-run second inning, and that's been enough so far. 2-2, swinging a foul over the screen. Rather, the full count pitch was fouled back. We'll do it again, still at 3-2 on Cody Thomas. Justice Sheffield throwing tonight for the Travelers, meaning the Riders will not see him this weekend into early next week. That series runs tomorrow through Tuesday. Bit of an unusual structure to that one. The 2-2, or the 3-2 again, rather, swinging a pop-up into left. Brendan Davis hardly has to adjust his positioning. A couple steps right, a couple steps back to where he started. He makes the grab. That's out number 1. So again, 5-1 Arkansas in the top of the 7th. That is good news for the Riders because Midland just refuses to do something different than the Riders have lately. If you go back through the month of July, these two teams have mirrored each other almost every day this month. It's been a little strange and a little eerie as well how similar their results have been. Connor Wong is next. First pitch, and it comes up and inside. Ball 1 to Wong, who's 0 for 2 tonight. In the last 21 games, the Riders and Rockhounds have done the same thing on the same day 18 times. Either both win or both lose. There have only been 3 days of deviation in that stretch, which is really hard to wrap your head around when you think about that long a stretch. 3 weeks worth of action. Here's a 1-0 down and away, ball 2. Either both win, both lose, but they have been essentially synced up. And tonight, a chance to gain a game on Midland with the Rockhounds falling or trailing at the moment against the Travs. 2-0 on Wong, and the pitch is inside, ball 3. As a result, during this 21-game span, the Riders have either been 3.5 games out or 4.5 games out. That's the only two things we've seen pretty much all month, because there's not been really any fluctuation in the standings. The 3-0, and it's in for a strike, 3-1. It's one thing to take a 21-game span and say that by the end of it, maybe nothing has changed. But it's rare that it happens that the same day you're winning and the same day you're losing and all things like that. That is some kind of pattern we've been seeing lately, with a chance to break it tonight. The 3-1, swinging a line drive down the right field side. This ball drops in fair for a base hit. Alvarez into the corner, cuts it off quickly and keeps a single for Wong. So his first hit of the night, the Drillers' fifth. And a runner's on with one out in the 7th inning. The Riders ahead by 4, leading 5-1. This brings up Errol Robinson. If the Rockhounds were to lose tonight, and again, they're not in a good spot right now. They're trailing by the same score Tulsa is here. That would get the Riders within 2.5 of the Rockhounds. It would be the first time all month that they've been that close. Although Amarillo also entered the day in first place, so they need the Sod Poodles to lose too. First pitch to Robinson is in for a strike. It's 0-1. And that's a scoreless game right now for Amarillo in Springfield. They're in the 6th right now from Hammonds Field. That's the rubber match of that set. The 0-1. Swinging a ground ball out towards short. Hernandez up with it, goes to second for one. Turn back to first. Double play. Doro got taken out of the slide and still put a great throw to the bag at first. The 6-4-3 turn ends the top of the 7th. And the Drillers are denied once again as the Riders turn their 3rd double play of the night. Bottom of the 7th.
One visit and you'll understand what we mean by go places and treat yourself often.
White Claw Hard Seltzer. Made with seltzer water, 5% alcohol, and a hint of fruit. Delivering a crisp, refreshing hard seltzer drink. All natural flavors, only 100 calories, and low carb. Available in 4 refreshing fruit flavors. White Claw, the purest hard seltzer in the world. Find White Claw at whiteclaw.com. Please drink responsibly. Beer with natural flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works. 2018, Chicago.
At Weir's, we have the bases covered. Well, at least we have home base covered, because home is where your heart is. For the last 70 years, we've been helping customers make their houses into homes with expert guidance and finding comfortable and functional furniture and styles you like at prices you love. With 3 Weir's furniture stores across the Metroplex ready to serve you, shop Weir's Monday through Saturday for value pricing and quality service. We're ready to treat you like family. From our family to yours since 1948.
You're listening to Rough Riders Baseball on the Frisco Rough Riders Radio Network.
Home half of the 7th at Dr. Pepper Ballpark. It's the Rough Riders 5 and Tulsa 1. Yoni Hernandez starts things off for the Riders against the right-hander Parker Curry, who remains in the ballgame as the second pitcher of the night, following the opener Logan Salo. Curry has allowed scoring in each of the last 3 innings. And his first pitch of the 7th to Hernandez is lifted foul into the screen. It's 0-1. Hernandez has not been turned away yet by Tulsa. 2 walks and a single this evening for the Riders shortstop. And he has scored 1 of the 5 runs, coming home on a 2-run homer from Isaiah Kiner-Falefa in the 5th. The 0-1 bunt shown, put to the third base side but foul, and it's 0-2. The Rough Riders have 2 home runs tonight, and even more precisely, 2 home runs in 2 innings. Kiner-Falefa with a 2-run shot in the 5th, Eliezer Alvarez in the 6th. Entering play tonight, the Riders had 2 home runs in the last 9 games. Leody Taveras went deep last week in Tulsa. And as noted earlier, Chuck Mormon went deep in Arkansas on Saturday. There's the 0-2, and it's high. Ball 1. So a little bit of long ball tonight for the Rough Riders, helping them to a comfortable lead, at least by the scope of this series, in which seemingly everything has been incredibly close. 1-2 to the plate, and it's low. evens the count on the two-hitter. 2-1 Riders on Wednesday, 2-1 Drillers last night, and tonight 5-1 Frisco as the Riders go for a series win, which would be their third in a row. They took 2 out of 3 at Tulsa last week, 3 out of 4 at Arkansas over the weekend, and now a chance to get 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers affiliate again. Next to Hernandez is low, and the count is full, 3-2. Arkansas comes in tomorrow, a 4-game set with the Mariners affiliate. Travelers still have the best record in the league, but they're scuffling a bit of late. Three-two payoff. Here it is. Swinging a foul over the seats on that left side, and it remains full. Travelers are in the playoffs already. They won the first half handily in the North Division, but they obviously would like to turn things around a little bit before that postseason begins as they make their bid for a Texas League title. These Drillers, one of the teams trying to join them there, although they've got a little bit of work to do now. And Springfield, the suddenly surging Cardinals, they are making a strong push right now as well, currently in a first-place tie with Arkansas to get that other spot. Another 3-2 to Hernandez, and it's taken for strike 3. Punched down the low and outside corner, and Curry is finally able to get Hernandez tonight. So 1 away here in the 7th inning. Strikeout number 4 for the righty. And here comes Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Arkansas and Springfield in a first-place tie in the second half standings up north at 18 and 15 each. Springfield, by the way, is in that scoreless tie with Amarillo tonight in the 6th, while the Travelers are winning in Midland. Tulsa's only a game back of those two teams, though. Northwest Arkansas, the only team starting to fall out of the picture. First to Kiner-Falefa, and it's a strike, 0-1. The Naturals come into play 12 and 20, and they're 5.5 out of first, and they're trailing tonight against Corpus Christi. In danger of getting swept by the Hooks. The 0-1, swinging a pop-up, shallow left center. The shortstop Robinson goes out, his arms spread to make the call, and he grabs it out of the sky, 2 away. Up here in the or down here in the South Division, the whole division is separated by just 3.5 games entering the night. Midland and Amarillo tied for first at 18 and 15. The Hooks 2 games back at 16 and 17, and then the Riders are 3.5 out at 14 and 18. Again, they'd gain a game on Midland if that score holds, and they're hoping that Springfield can knock off Amarillo tonight. First to LeBlanc, and it's a strike, 0-1. Riders leading here 5-1. At the very least, they would keep pace with a win, but at some point they would love to be able to actually gain a little bit of ground. They have been stuck at about 3.5 back the whole month. The 0-1 is down and in, ball and a strike. As we told you earlier, it's either been 3.5 or 4.5. Truly, those are the only 2 things we've seen since July 3rd. One or the other. They have not gotten any closer or any further than that. 1-1 mark on LeBlanc, who has a single to his name tonight. Pitch, swinging a foul underneath the legs of the catcher Rocky Gale, and it's 2-1. Should the inning get far enough along, Andretti Cordero would be next. Otherwise, he leads off the 8th. The Riders trying to score for the 4th consecutive inning against Parker Curry. He's out of the wind, is 1-2, and it's taken for strike 3. So LeBlanc goes down looking. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Curry for the first time tonight. And we go into the 8th inning from Frisco. It's the Riders 5 and the Drillers 1. Lead here in the 8th. Logan Landon is first for Tulsa. The righty is 0 for 2 tonight, with both at bats coming against the starter Tyler Phillips, who once again logs a quality start. 6 innings, just 1 run on 4 hits. Michael comes set in the stretch. First pitch of the 8th to Landon is right down the middle at the belt. They're called strike 1. Michael, the tall righty from Florida, bends over for the signs, now straightens up atop the hill, comes with an 0-1, and it's down in the dirt, taken for a ball to even the count. It's 1-1 on Landon. All-star righty on the mound. Michael getting his first career All-Star honor this year. Back to the plate, the 1-1. And it comes a little high. 2 balls and a strike on Landon. That game was played in Tulsa about a month ago. Walker Weichel and the South Division came out on top against the North in this year's Midsummer Classic. It's 2-1 home, and a swing and a high drive down the left field line heading toward the corner. Davis chasing it all the way back, and he could not hold on to it. We lost Brendan in the corner, but the third base umpire, Andrew Barrett, went with him all the way next to the tunnel and said he wasn't able to hold on to it. Ball did stay within the field of play, but Brendan not able to put the leather on it. Whether that caught the wall or not, let's see. We got a great angle there from the side. Nice shot by Todd looking down the line, and okay, Brendan making a sliding grab, it looks like, in the corner. Had the glove on it, but was obviously conscious of the wall there as well. Didn't want to jam his ankle. Unable to squeeze. So it's 2-2, and the pitch is up and inside, ball 3. Great effort from Brendan Davis nonetheless on that tough ball in the corner. Those are tricky just because you obviously have to be aware of your surroundings. Don't want to take yourself out for days or weeks or months by jamming your leg into the wall, but you obviously want to make the catch too. 3-2, a swing and a fly ball straight at the center fielder, Leody Taveras. Reads it, comes forward a few steps, and has it. There's one away. The Riders leading by 4 here in the top of the 8th. And this brings up the 9-hitter, Rocky Gale. Completes the 3rd turn down the lineup card for the Drillers, who have just a run on 5 hits tonight. Gale is 0 for 2. He has rolled out to both the mound and third base so far tonight. Now 1 for 5 in his couple games with the Drillers. Michael in the stretch is set. Deals his first one home and gets it over for a strike. It's 0-1. There is bullpen activity, by the way, for the Rough Riders, with lefty C.D. Pelham starting to toss out in that left field pen. Might see him this inning if it mirrors what the Riders did on Wednesday, or we might see him in the 9th. 0-1. Pitch, swing and a foul up the first base side. About a half swing there from Rocky Gale. It's 0-2. I can never say his name and not immediately think of some abandoned coastline on a stormy night with the waves crashing against the shoreline. That is always the image that comes to my mind with this guy. We saw him in the league a couple years ago with San Antonio, and now here with the Dodgers affiliate in Tulsa. The 0-2, a swing and a miss. He is down on strikes, 3 pitches, and another out for Weichel. 2 gone. See what the Riders want to do pitching-wise here. Manager Joe Mikulik conferring with his pitching coach Greg Hibbert, and he is indeed going to come out and get Weichel. So just like we saw on Wednesday, C.D. Pelham is going to come in with nobody out on and 2 outs in the 8th. Chance in a low-pressure situation for C.D. to get back on track here. So Weichel did his job, inning in 2/3 scoreless. He leaves. C.D. is next. Pause for the pitching change in the 8th, with the Riders leading Tulsa 5-1. Has an ERA around 17 in 17 outings with the Riders, but of late pitching better. 3 outings in a row I think he can be a lot happier with, including that one on Wednesday. Now he comes to Avens with his first pitch, and he misses up and away, ball 1. CD has faced Tulsa now 3 of his last 4 outings and fared pretty well, all things considered, against the Drillers. 1-0 to Avens. The pitch, he swings and fouls it back, and it's 1-1. Pelham had an outing here a couple weeks ago that just everything kind of turned south on him. Gave up 4 runs, 3 hits, walked a couple guys, made an error. Hopefully that's rock bottom, and from here it's all up. And he seems to be headed that direction. The 1-1. Avens takes in a strike. Fastball gets over, and it's 1-2. And the Riders giving him low pressure opportunities like this. We might just see him for the 1 out. Somebody else may get the 9th inning like the Riders did on Wednesday. Here's the 1-2, swing and a miss. That'll do it for Avens. And if that's it for Pelham, that's exactly what the Riders were looking for. A 4-pitch strikeout takes care of the Drillers here in the 8th inning. And we go to the bottom of the frame, still the Riders 5 and Tulsa 1. New pitcher for Tulsa as we start the bottom of the 8th. This is right-hander Jordan Sheffield for the Drillers. The Riders currently leading the Dodgers affiliate 5-1. With the hopeful last at bat of the night coming here against the Drillers. Sheffield takes over, sporting a 2.42 ERA on the year. He has been great for Tulsa. Started the year with Advanced A Rancho Cucamonga. Sheffield starts with Andretti Cordero here in the 8th inning. First one to the 5-hitter, swinging a foul straight back, and it's 0-1. Cordero, then Beck, and Alvarez here in the 8th. Riders with a 2-run 4th, another 2 runs in the 5th, and another in the 6th. The 0-1 check swing, he went around though, and it's 0-2. Great ball in the dirt from Sheffield. He put that one way out in front and still was able to get the swing. So it's 0-2. Jordan is one of 2 Sheffields pitching in the league tonight. Told you earlier his brother Justice is tossing for Arkansas over in Midland this evening. 0-2 is set. The pitch. Curveball is low, and it's 1-2. Justice Sheffield tonight, 7 innings, 1 run allowed on just 5 hits. He struck out 8, and Arkansas is 1 inning away from taking that one in Midland, currently leading 5-1. 1-2 is set out of the stretch. The toss to Cordero, and it comes inside. He takes ball 2. Pretty neat to have the 2 brothers in the league. Unfortunately for them, they only crossed for 1 series. Justice started the year in AAA. Jordan started the year in Advanced A. They didn't get together until recently. The Drillers and Travelers don't play each other anymore this year. 2-2 is swinging a ground ball towards second. Picked up on a couple of quick hops by the second baseman Wong. Throws him out at first, 1 away. Next up is Preston Beck. And worth noting, by the way, as we look down the left field line, that pen is dormant right now. So this might not be what we saw on Wednesday. As we told you earlier, C.D. Pelham in that case only threw to the 1 batter at the end of the 8th inning. Then DeMarcus Evans finished it out. But tonight, it might be Pelham not only to get the out at the end of the 8th, but also all of the 9th. That'll be another step forward for CD tonight. First pitch to Beck, and it's low. Ball 1. Preston got the Riders on the board back in the 4th inning. It was a RBI double. Another one followed from Eliezer Alvarez. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa had a 2-run homer in the 5th, and Alvarez homered in the 6th. The 1-0 from Sheffield. It's a fastball for a strike. Just above the belt on the inner half, it's 1-1. And series opens with those Travelers tomorrow night. The clubhouse Jordan is using right now will be occupied by Justice and his teammates tomorrow. Next pitch is fouled back. It's 1-2. 4 with Arkansas, and that'll do it for that season series as well. Again, this one is done tonight. The Drillers have won 8 of the first 11. The Riders trying to finish with 1 more win, though, here in 2019 against the Dodgers affiliate. Right now in a good spot to do it. 1-2 to Beck. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Tipped it into the glove of the catcher, Gale, actually, but he holds on. And that is out number 2. Quick outs for Sheffield. And Eliezer Alvarez, who's had a great night, is next. Alvarez 2 for 3 with an RBI double and a solo homer. Sheffield trying to find a way to keep him quiet here, though, and keep the Drillers mildly within reach. They're down by 4 here in the 8th. First pitch home. Alvarez takes a strike at the knees. It's 0-1. That series opener tomorrow will feature left-hander Brock Burke. Now, what happened last time Brock Burke threw against the Travelers? That's right. He nearly led the Riders to a no-hitter. The 0-1. And it's inside, a ball and a strike. Burke, in fact, was perfect for 5 innings. That's where he cut off. But he did not allow a base runner that night. The Riders carried their perfecto into the 6th. They carried their no-hitter into the 9th and lost it with 1 out on the board, 2 outs to get. 1-1, and it skirts low. 2 balls and a strike. Would have been the first no-hitter for the club since 2011. It was broken up, though, by Jordan Cowan, who also broke up the perfect game and ended up as the only base runner of the night. Hit by a pitch in the 6th to break up the perfect bid, and then singled in the 9th to end that bid as well. 2-1 from Sheffield, and it's low and in, ball 3. So Alvarez sitting comfortably ahead in the count against the righty, who is Tulsa's 3rd pitcher of the night. Curry went 5 1/3, 5 runs on 8 hits after an inning and 2/3 scoreless from the opener, Logan Salo. The Riders have also used 3 pitchers and hoping that Pelham can keep it that way going back out for the 9th. 3-1 home. Swinging a pop-up left field side. Might be playable. 3 different guys converging on it. It's the left fielder Avens who takes it, and that'll end the inning 1-2-3. So another solid frame for Sheffield out of the Tulsa bullpen. We head into the 9th. Last call for the Drillers. They trail the Riders by a score of 5-1.
At Weir's, we have the bases covered. Well, at least we have home base covered, because home is where your heart is. For the last 70 years, we've been helping customers make their houses into homes with expert guidance and finding comfortable and functional furniture and styles you like at prices you love. With 3 Weir's furniture stores across the Metroplex ready to serve you, shop Weir's Monday through Saturday for value pricing and quality service. We're ready to treat you like family. From our family to yours since 1948.
You know, anyone can deliver a box of groceries. But when you consider the source, only Kroger can bring you the fresh, delicious food and quality products you already know and love. And no matter how you like to get your groceries, Kroger makes it easy with same-day store pickup and shipping right to your door. So go ahead, place your order online and check out while you're chillin'. Shop online with the Kroger app or at Kroger.com today.
Do you know where your beer is brewed? With 12 breweries spread out all across the United States, a fresh Budweiser is closer than you think. Back in
To progress forward, again, he was limited to just the 1 batter on Wednesday. We thought that might be the case again tonight, but this time he gets to take a step forward and try for not only the 1 batter in the 8th, but 3 outs in the 9th. First batter up is lefty Zach McKinstry, and the pitch is a strike. 0-1. McKinstry has not had to turn around and go back to the dugout yet tonight. Singles in the 1st and the 4th, and then a walk in the 6th inning. But has not scored yet. The 0-1. And it's up and away. Ball and a strike. McKinstry came close to scoring a couple different times. Stole a bag and then got hung up between 2nd and 3rd on a fielder's choice back in the 4th. Got to 3rd base in the 6th, but couldn't finish it off. Next pitch is inside. 2-1 for Pelham. This is not a save situation for CD with a 4-run lead, but still a big opportunity for him to keep the Drillers quiet. 2-1 home. Swinging a foul back, hits the screen, and it's 2-2. The winning pitcher tonight would be Tyler Phillips, who did his job again. 6 quality starts now in 12 outings here. You added 4 more in his 6 outings with Advanced Day Down East, and he's having a very strong year again. 2-2, bounced in, it's ball 3. Phillips maybe not quite putting up numbers to repeat as the Rangers minor league pitcher of the year, which he was last season, but certainly would have put himself in the conversation with the kind of bounce back he's had after a tough start here in AA. 3-2 payoff, up and away for ball 4. CD's toughest issue, those walks, gets him again here. 33rd walk of the year between here and AAA Nashville, and that's how the 9th inning begins for Tulsa. And it brings up Christian Santana. Santana has the lone Drillers RBI tonight, a walk or a RBI ground out back in the 6th. Also has a single tonight, though. 5 drillers hits and a run against the Riders' 5 scores on 8 hits. Perfect defense tonight for both sides, and not only perfect defense, but some very flashy gloves as well. First pitch, it's a strike. 0-1 on Santana. Ryan Doro over at second has made all sorts of plays tonight. He's kind of headlined that group, but there have been others stepping up in the clutch too. 0-1 ready. Pelham looks at first. A long stare down to McKinstry, and now time called as CD fires home. He didn't leave anything off of that one. Oftentimes if a pitcher does release in that situation, he'll lob it home, but CD let it all go. So still 0-1 on Santana. The Drillers 3-hitter trying to keep the line moving here in the 9th. The 0-1, and it's low. Ball and a strike. There is some action now in that bullpen. Righty DeMarcus Evans up as a just-in-case guy, but I would think it would take a few runners reaching before the Riders seriously consider taking Pelham out of this game. They'd love to give him a chance to finish it off, even if it means maybe giving up a run here in the 9th. 1-1 home. Swinging a hard foul to the right side over a crowd of 10,204 here tonight. Another 5-digit crowd in Frisco. That's not an uncommon occurrence these days. This ballpark, as you might know, draws the best in all of AA. Has led the 30 AA teams in attendance 14 years in a row and on its way to a 15th at the current rate. Averaging about 7,000 a night here in Frisco. Should be another good crowd tomorrow night, and we'd love to see you out here Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday as well before the off day on Wednesday, and then the beginning of the short road trip to the Panhandle. 1-2, a swing and a ground ball to short. This is grabbed by Hernandez, goes to second for one, turn back to first, not in time. Would have been the 4th double play of the night for the Riders. Instead, they'll settle for the 6-4 fielder's choice to take out the lead runner, McKinstry. And Santana now at first base with 1 out here in the 9th. The batter is Omar Estevez. And we'll see Brock Burke tomorrow. He'll be facing right-hander L.J. Newsom, who made his AA debut against this club last week. And will get his second look against the same team tomorrow night. First one home. Estevez swings and misses at a pitch cutting in on the hands, and it's 0-1. Estevez, who was the hottest hitter for Tulsa in this series coming into the night, is quiet this evening. He was 4 for 7. Tonight he's 0 for 3, and he has hit into 2 of those 3 double play balls. Also has a strikeout. Not quite a night he'll put on the scrapbook. Next pitch, a rip and a miss, and it's 0-2. All of his previous at-bats have been against the starter Phillips. He did not see Walker Weichel, but he is getting a look at C.D. Pelham here in the 9th. 1 on, 1 out, a 5-1 Riders lead, trying to finish off another series win. 0-2 is set. The pitch outside, ball 1. CD, though, seems to be throwing with more authority these last couple outings. Hopefully take these and then snowball them into some more, and perhaps he finishes on a much higher note than where he was a few weeks ago. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Estevez goes chasing on a ball down in the zone, and Pelham has his second strikeout. So the Drillers are down to their final out here in the 9th. Their last hope is the struggling Cody Thomas. A lefty-lefty matchup too, which is not to Thomas's favor. CD with that crossfire delivery makes it tough on both sides of the plate, but lefties have an awfully tricky time with him. First pitch, and it's a strike. 0-1. That crossfire look. CD basically rears back as he starts his motion, which means he hides the ball even longer. And so lefties really have a little room to work with. The 0-1 up and in. Ball and a strike. Not a whole lot of time to figure out what the pitch is, where it's going, how you're going to hit it. Same thing for righties, but even more so for left-handers with the tough angle. Santana, very small lead at first, the 1-1. Swinging a foul to the screen, and now one more strike to get for Pelham. Looking for his third consecutive scoreless outing. He had a stretch like this back in June as well, but then regressed a little bit. Hoping to keep it going here as he tries to get the 27th out of the night. Signs are in for a 1-2. The pitch to Thomas. Strike three, call, it's over. Pelham locks the door, and the Riders take the finale from Tulsa. Our final tonight, Frisco 5, and the Drillers 1. It's a series win for the Riders, and we'll break it down next with the Coaster postgame show here on MILB TV and RidersBaseball.com.
Oh, I am craving a Dr. Pepper. Got any?
Yeah, sure. I got some soda.
Hold up. I asked not for soda. No, I asked for ice-cold, craveable Dr. Pepper. And what you got is not Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper is like a beautiful snowflake. From a distance, it looks like other sodas, but under the microscope that is our taste buds, we discover a completely original soda experience. Dr. Pepper is more unique than the DNA that makes you, you. Its flavor is more